Hi YouTube, Cory Ecker here with Cory Ecker Design. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be my first sort of introduction video. I want to just hop on here and talk to you a little bit about what my mission statement is, what my goals are, and what I would like to bring to the table as far as YouTube content goes. I am a graphic designer, I am a brand designer, I am an illustrator, and I dabble in photography. So that's a little bit about me. I studied illustration in college, and I sort of have a hobby interest in photography, and sort of branding is where I want to make my money. I have recently decided to go it alone. I have a lot of concepts that I am developing when it comes to services and small business concepts. I think I would be doing myself a disservice if I didn't engage with those. So to that end, I am watering my garden, is what I like to say. I am sort of throwing seeds, and I am watering my garden, and I'm seeing what grows, and I am trying to fail forward. I had a mentor say, and failing forward involves just sort of putting content out there and seeing what sticks. Throw the spaghetti against the wall. People say, I don't know if I like the word failure. I think that it's more about resource gathering, tool gathering. That's what I kind of been saying is what I've been doing for the past 10 years is I've been gathering tools, both intellectual tools such as skills, as well as actual tools like supplies and services and websites and different things, building out platforms, that kind of stuff. So Cory Ecker Design at its heart, www.coryeckerdesign.com, is the forward-facing freelance entity that I'm working with. It's going to be this place I send people when they have organic project ideas, social media connections, freelance projects. That's what it's designed for. My portfolio is up there, all my work's up there, photography, design, and illustration. So if you guys want to check that out, feel free. So it's freelance work is what Cory Ecker Design is. But I also want it to be elevated. Everything that I do, I want it to be elevated in a way. So to that end, I think adding this content where, I'm giving back, it's a cycle, so I build this business and I give back to the internet and to the people who want to get involved, sort of create this community to bring everyone up, and I think it's about how social media and internet interactions can be, hustling and salesmanship and, commerce, but it can also be a conversation. I think, we can either let brands take over the internet, or we can, use the tools given to us and provided by, people smarter than me to actually communicate and build stuff like communities and groups and educational, resources. So to that end, I'd like to pass my experience on, show you how I make things, so that you can also make things. Because at the end of the day, what I'm, I say this a lot in a lot of my videos, but what I am sort of fundamentally interested in doing is make cool stuff, whatever that stuff may be. That's sort of my motto. I'm gonna get it tattooed on my back. Make cool stuff. And what that sort of looks like is the making, is the ideation, the creativity, the process, the building of the thing, the development of the thing. Cool, is this sort of innovation, exciting. It's this stand out. You know, it's different from the crowd, and it goes a step above, you know, baseline useful. It's beautiful. It's interesting. It's exciting. That's the cool and the make cool stuff. And the stuff is just the, you know, the deliverables, the websites, the products, the merchandise, the you know, business cards, the pamphlets, whatever it may be, the illustrations, the photographs, the art prints. It's all that. So that's my mission statement, is basically make cool shit stuff and give it back to the world. You know, I think that's what it's all about. I think that's why I'm here on this planet, and that's what I'm solely interested in. So if you want to join me on this journey, you know, hit the subscribe button. I don't want to be, you know, that guy like hit the subscribe button, but it would help. It would help. So if you just want to follow this journey, we're also on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on the internet, www.coryeckerdesign.com. We are also on YouTube, of course, TikTok, of course. I just posted some content there earlier today. The other entities that are involved with this process is Aephoric Creative Agency. I just made a post from them. Parkway Culture, which I'm going to get into here in a minute, and Mammoth Wingspan, which sort of is the representation of my personal interests. In illustration. It doesn't have a website yet because I can't afford one, but it will get up there eventually. So I want to talk for a minute about each one. Parkway Culture is the merch apparel arm of this operation, of my operation, me. And what it is, at one point, a couple years ago, I got this little phrase in my head, and the phrase was sort of the unique culture surrounding the Parkway. I became very enamored. I grew up in the Blue Ridge Parkway in Brevard, North Carolina, and we would go to the Parkway all the time. We'd spend a lot of time up there, hiking, adventuring, driving along the road to Asheville. And there is a unique culture there. There is a very significant, interesting, profound culture that has grown on the Parkway and around the Parkway. And it shows in the art and the music and the culture, as well as the businesses that thrive there. So what I want to grow out of that is something I can apply my experience to that culture, is apparel design. So I've been in apparel design for a number of years now. I've designed hats, shirts, etc. And I want to marry those two concepts together, where you are, you know, you have that culture of the mountains and that visual style, and I want to use it to design merch and apparel, and I want to give it to the world. So what that looks like is small businesses will come to me, or I will go to them, and they will say, hey, we are interested in this product. We want to develop a merch line that will elevate our visual style and our brand, and we want to apply our brand to our merch. And I will say yes, of course, and we will work together to sort of marry that aesthetic with their brand, and create a line of merch that not only will be used for years to come by their customers, but will also show the world their name. So that's Parkway Culture in a nutshell. And you can check it out at www.parkwayculture.com. They are on all social media as well. Aephoric Creative Industry is focused around I say industry, creative agency is focused on branding systems. Much in the same way that Parkway Culture sort of organically builds a system of merch, Aephoric Creative Agency is all about looking at the foundational logo concepts and then organically developing a system of branding from that. So Parkway Culture is a great example of that, where we started with that phrase, developed the actual logo for that, and then developed a story, a visual story, visual colors, website, social media, and then ultimately those design elements were then used for the social media designs, like YouTube channel covers, and then also video design elements. And I think where this differs, because you're probably thinking to yourself, this sounds exactly like branding, and it is. But I think that when you're working with other clients or freelancers or agencies, it's not a system. It's just steps. It's isolated projects. And what I want to offer is a full organic flow of an experience where the logo informs everything into this sort of singular unified system. So if that's something that your business would benefit from, check out aephoriccreative.com. You can submit a quote. What we really want to do is create this sort of organic conversational experience with our clientele. So we are offering a 90-minute consultation for the sole purpose of establishing a relationship with the customer, and sort of gain a invaluable experience, invaluable insight into what your business does and what we can do to improve that. So that involves, learning your history, learning who you are, who's in your company, who, where do you guys see yourself in the future? What are your goals? What are your interests? What is the established aesthetic that you have now? And then we can sort of bring that all together and we formulate the narrative and the story that you want to tell, and we, push that, and we create a brand, and then we build this system on top of that. So check us out. Mammoth Wingspan is a digital illustration studio. Right now, it's basically where I just keep all of my digital art, and I want to start making content that is focused on creative studio type stuff. So tutorials, creative thinking, creative process, that kind of stuff. I think right now there is a AI war going on, and I think that the more content that we can put in the world that is about creating digital art and hand making art and engaging with the creative art process, the better off the world's going to be, because it's a choice. If we complacently just sort of sit down and engage with AI, it is going to be an AI world. But if we continue to participate in art making and let it continue, we'll see growth, and that's important. It'll be a art maker's world, not an AI world. So let me know what you think about that in the comments below. If you have any other questions, comments below. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. This is the first of many videos. I thank you for sticking around and watching the full thing. If you have a project in mind, if you want to collaborate, I want to work with people, I want to work with clients, please reach out at www.coryeckerdesign.com. Yeah, so you're probably thinking to yourself, why do you have 3 of these? And really the answer is it's just sort of how I sort of emotionally separate the various working modes of my own personality, and then sort of building a shell around those, building rooms for them to live in, and sort of giving them faces to show the world. So, yeah. That's all for me. My name's Cory. Here in Raleigh, North Carolina, the sun finally came out. I think I'm gonna go outside, so stick around. All right, thanks.